All right. Funny. From the basement. Okay. Just trying to figure out this a little bit. Um, as you can see from the title, what I said, and that was, sorry, I'm talking to you guys and trying to figure this out too. Um, Thinking about starting a podcast. Was asked about it. Had a somebody approached me about starting a podcast that would be like actually distributed. Like I don't want to get it wrong, but like in some of the big spots where you would get podcasts, the iTunes and Spotify, it's like that kind of thing. Um, and because I do interviews anyway, you know, and like oh hey, how's it going? But yeah, I was just saying someone had approached me, a pretty big company, about doing podcasts. Hello, Dante. Oh yeah, Dante Reed. And so they were like, hey, would you be interested in doing a podcast because you have all these interviews, Piper Dailies. That's what's up. Are you going to VidCon next year? Yes, I will go to VidCon. I didn't go to VidCon this. What's up, Anthony? I didn't go this year because I was working out of town, but I went last year. So, I hope to go. I definitely do. Thank you. That's a good question. I'm actually only live right now because it's kind of weird. The lighting's terrible. It's a mess. But like I was saying, I'm doing well, man. Thanks. You know what? I'll tell you. I gotten approached about doing a podcast. That's a funny question. I'm going to answer that in a second. But I do want to say this. Sorry, that's funny. The Piper question. But, I have to get a little bit more comfortable being on TV, if I'm going to like do a podcast. Let's see here. This Saturday, I'm going to attend New York Fashion Week after party for House of Barrett. Then I'll see you there, Anthony. Make sure you say hi. I'll probably be there too. I leave on Wednesday for Fashion Week. And, I love House of Barrett. And make sure you go to my YouTube channel that you're on right now and watch some of my videos with Isabella or their fashion shows. And so, yeah, Isabella, she's so nice. So, Piper Daily, you asked me, hey, Will, do you think Piper will ever get away from Tiffany? Yes, I do. I believe Piper will probably get away from Tiffany as soon as she turns 18. That would be my guess. I mean, right now she's doing as anybody should do. Really, you should support your family. You should support, your family. But sometimes, unfortunately, sometimes people aren't, in the right. And it can be family sometimes. Sadly, sometimes family can be your worst enemies. Sometimes they're the best. Piper will probably leave Tiffany when she turns 18. Let's see here. All right, you guys are asking me questions. So that was your answer to that, Piper Daily. Are you still friends with Lev and Gavin? Timothy. Hey, Timothy. Yes, I am. Definitely. I definitely see Gavin more than I see Lev. But if you follow me on Instagram, and if you're on this, you probably do. And if you don't, do it. You will see that I posted some Lev photos about 4 months ago. Yeah, at the Troubadour about 4 months ago. I wanted to do a video with them, but the time just wasn't right. And then Gavin, I see often. The last time I saw him was with Isabella. I still see him all the time. I just don't do as much content like that as I used to. I wanted a lot of people to kind of come and see my new content, and I hope you guys continue to support me on like my new content. After all that Piper drama and just how messy all of that was, like I really, gosh, I don't know, man. I said man, but person, I should say, I just really wanted to kind of step away from that. Let me see what we see. Yes, she's on here. Go, fam. I hope Tiffany goes to jail soon. Dante, Will, I need some tips. How to wait? Why can't I see this? Oh, how to do an interview. Ooh. Now, see, I've done a lot of interviews. What I'm nervous about is doing this. I don't really like my face being seen, but because I'm thinking about doing this podcast, what I'm doing right now is like a test. It's like I need to get a little bit more comfortable. You know what I mean? Like I need to get a little bit more comfortable with being able to do this. My advice to you is to prepare your questions beforehand. So when you go to the person you're talking to, you already know what you're going to say. That alone will make you feel more comfortable. You know, like when I would go and interview Gavin or some big celebrity or whoever it was. Oh, thank you, Piper. Piper Daily Updates. I really appreciate that. I really love you guys too. A lot of you guys supported me. A lot of people didn't. You know, when I stopped working with them, I couldn't help but notice how many like fake fans I had. You know, how many of them quit. And I was just like, guys, I'm trying to save Piper. You should be supporting me. There's a reason why all these people are leaving. Trust. But anyways, that is what it is. Um, but yeah, Dante, use your phone. You can use your phone to record an interview or get a little camera. That's great. Yeah, one of the things that helps to not be nervous is go in prepared. That's really one of my best advice. Go in prepared. Um, but yeah, so I'm this podcast thing. I would need to come up with topics. Like, it's a 30-minute show, and 1 month till your birthday starts. Nice coming up. Um, what are the topics I should talk about? I have a lot of things in my head, but then it's like, but you want to talk about something good for 30 minutes. You don't have to have the same topic, of course, for 30 minutes, obviously, but I'm just kind of, what kind of stuff do you guys want to talk about? It's like, I know I could talk about Piper and stuff like that, but that's really, guys, like, that's really so old for me now. Like, I really don't do that anymore. My business is so much bigger than that now. Gosh, I don't know. You know, I I I, I want to talk about pop culture stuff, maybe politics, not serious politics. Don't get scared. I just mean like kind of in a fun way. Um, I don't know, like that kind of thing. But anyways, this has been like really good practice for me. Just kind of seeing what it's like. Now, obviously, I have a much better background than this, um, and maybe even wearing a much better shirt, right? Um, that's cool though. That Dante's birthday is coming up, and that Anthony is going to be um, in New York. I like that. That's real chill. Let's see here. I'm just checking something here. Hey, I just typed in the word hey. I just want to see if that worked. Okay, cool. Well, listen, guys. I mean, I'm not going to stay on here long. This was just kind of a practice to see what would happen doing a podcast. None of you guys really answered any of those questions, and that's okay. Um, but I'm glad you guys came on. Like, I have to get more comfortable with being like on this, so I will. I think we're gonna get ready to go. Let's see what happened when I press this heart thing. Oh, I see. Okay, cool. And then chat's down here, edits down here, share screen. Okay, cool. All right, guys. Well, thanks. And I don't know. I mean, if you if you have any more questions, that's cool. But basically, I only wanted to do this just to kind of get ready to talking. My interviews are always 2 minutes long, to at the most 5 minutes, and I have to get used to actually talking to someone for longer because that's definitely what I want it to be, like an interview thing. So yeah, that's that. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining, everybody. Hi, Hannah. Sorry I didn't see you. Make sure you guys subscribe, keep watching my content, support, tell all your friends. Thanks, guys.